Hi, everybody. Today, I just want to do a quick little message and go over something I've been thinking about for the last couple days. I want to talk about why men and women shouldn't be friends. Now, what kind of brought this topic to mind was when I was at the coffee shop the other day and I was getting some work done, doing my thing, drinking my coffee, and there was a man and a woman that came and sat next to me. And they were probably like, young 20s. I'm in my mid 20s, but they were in their young 20s, and like I wasn't. I could tell that there was some things that like the girl was trying to sort through, and the guy was trying to be there for the girl, and I there was just a bit of distress going on, and I couldn't really tell whether or not they were a couple until the gal started talking about the other guys that she's going to see or the other guys that she's talking to, or then she brought up her boyfriend as well. So not only does this girl have a boyfriend, she's talking to other guys on the side with another guy, like at the coffee shop. Now, I'm not saying that, like, look, you can do what you want, but I don't see in any way that this was advantageous for the guy. Now, the guy obviously wanted to, obviously the guy was into her. She knew it based off of their interaction. And even though I'm in my mid 20s and I'm not like super experienced in, like, I'm not married or anything, so I don't think I have grounds to talk too much about marriage based off of my experience level, but I do have experience in relationships and what it means to be in one. And so when I heard this conversation, it really sparked something in my mind that, like, there's nothing going on in the relationship for this guy that is advantageous other than female attention. Now, in what world do you need to live in where now why well let's maybe talk about why the girl was getting everything she really wanted. Well, she was getting the time, the resources, and the attention of this guy, basically taking his life source because, well, why not? Like, the guy is practically just giving her his essence just by always being available. It's from the sounds of it anyway. That's what the guy made it sound like. It was like he's there for her. He's there no matter what. And like I just couldn't believe what I was hearing because this girl has a boyfriend to begin with, and she's telling him about all of the other guys that are going like through her roles, like her Rolodex of guys. And I was just perplexed, and I was thinking to myself, like, have we really come to this point in society where men are really just so deprived of guidance and leadership that they are willing to just give themselves over to anything that moves and that has female uh, genitalia and such like that. Like, that's what it seems like to me, is like all this guy wanted was her intimacy, and all she wanted was anything but him. And I couldn't help but feel for the guy because I know what that's like. Like, years ago, I know what that's like, and it's taken me years to build a different kind of foundation in my life where I can actually be confident enough to not feel like I have to do that and be that kind of guy for girls, because I was not taught that growing up. Like, I thought I was the only one for so long being taught that. Like, I knew intrinsically, like, the environment that I grew up in, it wasn't, it's like something was off. I knew that. I didn't know what it was exactly, and I had to figure it out along the way. But something that I realized is that with women, we can be like, as men, with women, we can be street civil with them and we can be friendly, but I do not think that we should be friends. Because, well, what do you have in common enough with a woman to where you want to be friends with her, other than two things that I can think of off the top of my head: expanding your network or expanding your net worth? As a man, I don't see any other reason to be hanging out with a woman unless you're planning to be intimate with her. And so, anyway, they ended like this couple at the coffee shop. Well, they're not a couple. The man and the woman talking about couples. uh, they ended up leaving, and the guy was just like, you could see the sadness in his eyes and like the lifelessness that came out of him and that was left in his eyes. And the girl was perky, happy as can be. She was gung ho, ready to go after it again with some other guy. And I'm not blaming either. Like, I'm not blaming the girl, and I'm not hating on women. I'm not hating on men either. I'm just saying that I think it's time that we both raise our standards, because I don't see anything advantageous for men being friends with women and women being friends with men at this point in time. I think that, again, we can be professional, we can be street civil, we can be friendly, but screw being friends with women. It's not worth it. And it's time that we avoid giving attention where attention doesn't need to go. So, anyway, those are my little thoughts for this evening. I love you all, and I hope you all stay blessed out there. Good luck to you. Until next time.